Mr. Chairman, I would like to revise and extend.
I have a package just for you. Well,
Not bad.
But he has some very sensitive stuff, and I have members only in packets. So I'll pass it out.
Did you see my Region 5 award?
Yeah,
well, the chair of the South Carolina party evidently was not happy with you and Mr. Nana. He felt that, evidently, he said the Libertarian Party of South Carolina is upset with you and Mr. Nana for taking what he thought were unfair pot shots at the Libertarian Party.
I was trying to provide constructive criticism.
I don't know what was. I'm just saying. He specifically asked me to bring. So I suggested that.
You know what it is?
First of all, I asked him if he contacted you. Which I suspect the answer is no, because he didn't respond. But because my gut feeling was neither you nor Mr. Nana were likely to try to poke your fingers in people's eyes just for the heck of it. I didn't think he was likely to do it anyway. But anyway, he asked. I mean, he put it in his report, so you may want to just look at it.
I think the only pot shot that I made on any of the debates was criticizing them for including my savings.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I got this completely out of the blue. This gentleman had just been elected. He sent me his report, but he put it in there, and I felt obliged as the regional rep to include. So I thought I should make sure that you had a heads up about it, because it's in there. And so what you might want to do is you might want to just contact him and say, look, if I said anything, it was meant as constructive criticism. I'm sorry, I certainly did not mean to insult the Libertarian Party of South Carolina. Or actually, I think they call it the South Carolina Libertarian Party. So you might want. I think that might smooth any ruffled feathers that happen to be present.
I've just been getting frustrated with the lack of IT capability in parties, the lack of IT capability. And what I was pointing out was like, this is simple stuff.
Yeah.
You have a quality camera with a landline to stream from.
Well, it may just be sort of cultural Yankee versus Southern, because sometimes people are more direct. They're not trying to be insulting; they're just more direct with their criticism. Whereas where I grew up, you sort of went to a little extra effort to make sure people didn't feel that they were being insulted. So I didn't think there would be anything. I don't know you well, but you didn't strike me as the sort of person who would ridicule other people.
Now the Olean debate, that one I was very harshly criticized.
Okay.
As was the state chair.
Was that at St. Bonaventure?
It was hosted by some podcast using LP branding.
Okay.
It was not affiliated with the state party in New York whatsoever.
Okay.
In fact, New York has issued a press release disowning it, saying it had nothing to do with that. They want nothing to do with that.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
But they were very unhappy at my direct messages on Facebook.
Come on, gotcha.
Did you ask for permission to use LP logo?
Joe Bond had it given an option. Yeah, oh, outstanding. So he brought it here and wanted me to give it to Karen Ann for reservation. But it sounds like
Mr. Chairman, how are you enjoying being a Yankee?
I am getting used to New England. It's quite different.
The entire
Things I
United
like.
the entire United States is getting used to New England.
You know, wars have consequences.
Yeah, many of which are bad.
Some are bad. Some are good.
How's the
That's
family?
how New England is.
How's the family?
They're good. They're good. We're homeschooling the kids now, so that's been a little bit of a change. But we have woods close by, we have the ocean close by, we have Boston close by. So,
Well, 2 out of 3.
on net. I went to Boston the first time for a fundraiser. I've never been.
The first time I went to Massachusetts, the Paul campaign in 1988, because of our wonderful ballot access laws. You know, the worst thing to happen is like Don Adams used to say, get smart and miss it. Right?
That much, yeah.
So the Ron Paul campaign flew me up to Boston for a couple of last days of petitioning, and I was in Framingham and Waltham, and I resolved, because of the nature of the people there, I resolved that the next time I go to Boston, I want to do it in 1952. Because they were rude.
Yankees have a certain kind of charm, which
That's yes, you could say it that that way. That's,
The way I had the input to me by someone, I think from, it was either a Kentuckian or a Tennessean, that said basically in the South everyone's very nice to you but very mean. In the North everyone acts very mean to you but they're actually very nice.
okay. All right.
So it's all about which would you prefer the surface to be and which would you prefer to be underneath. Like,
Okay.
I've seen a little of that. The farther south you go, the more sort of smile to your face, stab you in the back it gets.
Well, of course, in Florida, the further south you go, the further north you get. That's the expression. If you go to see a Dolphins football game,
Yes,
where they're playing the Bills or the Giants or the Jets, you're probably going to find more people here rooting for that team up north.
They may say it's like Pittsburgh. A lot of people are from Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Used to be from Pittsburgh.
And the Steeler fans are fanatic.
They are.
When they played the day before they played the Green Bay Packers, I went down to Tidewater Libertarian. I tried to visit all the local affiliate parties, and the Tidewater that's Virginia Beach, Norfolk. And the gentleman who is the big ramrod down there is a fellow named Robert Dean, who is a former elected Virginia Beach City Council person, albeit as a Republican.
Right.
And Robert Dean, like all Steeler fans, is a fanatic.
Right.
Well, after the very nice Tidewater LP meeting, Robert invited me to come to the Steelers pep rally, and this was a real. I couldn't believe how many Steeler fans there were assembled in. Now, of course, admittedly, the Tidewater area, a lot of people down there. That's all Navy.
Right.
So anyway, they have this huge throng of people. They wheel in a hearse with the Green Bay Packer casket.
Oh my gosh.
And local radio guy who is evidently a fanatic Steeler fan. This is Stairway to Seven. They went Stairway to Seven because the Steelers have played one.
Yeah.
So this was Stairway to Seven, and of course they had the Packer casket, and I was thinking, you guys, you're being a little optimistic perhaps, which the Packers showed them the next day.
Yeah, the Redskins fans used to travel like that, and I've been to a couple rallies when we were in Phoenix. The problem is they're not good anymore, so it's you're all riding on history.
Yeah.
There's nothing good's going to happen tomorrow, but it's still a good party.
Well, I've been surprised actually at how many NFL fans. Of course, a lot of these people are people. They're older people. They have the wherewithal. That's their. And I come down to Jacksonville every year because the former state chair of the Florida Party, who was also on the board of directors of the Advocate with me, Doug, a great guy. Doug has season tickets to the Jags, so it's become a tradition for me to come down. Also, this time
That's a good stadium.
it is a nice stadium.
Team's not good.
They blow hot and cold. I also this year I was able to combine with Florida State. I went over there to talk to the Libertarian group at Florida State. Well, anyway, whenever I come to Jacksonville at the airport, you always see these people decked out in the opposing team's colors.
Right.
There's pretty much every NFL game I've seen in Jacksonville, the opposing team has a pretty goodly number of people there, and
Because it's easy to go.
it is.
It's like if the Skins come and play the Patriots, we're not going to Foxborough. Not only can I not afford it, I don't want it. That's a lot of money to get to the draft family. Which I have to only say down here, because if I say it where I live now, it's just not, it's not worth the hassle.
Well, of course, being around long enough, I remember when the Patriots were not at all good. How the worm turned.
Indeed. I'm going to go put my tie on.
All right,
Now, the letters, we could say, Stop and Shop has allows all parties to, all you have to do is you have to contact the store manager a week beforehand, saying you're going to be there.
Okay.
Which is very reasonable. That's it. Right, exactly.
So it's just that it's
Right, exactly. Justin points out Massachusetts law is a lot easier. You have a constitutional right to participate in any public space, even inside a mall. The mall has to give you a key.
Oh, like a kiosk?
Yes.
We've been having video conferences.
I would set up a kiosk.
It is.
Or they can give you a 14-day restriction not being able to petition outside of town.
Yeah, we can,
But if you could do that, what would it cost to get a Libertarian Party?
We gotta figure out
kiosk?
what we're gonna have.
A permanent kiosk, like a
Now
Sunday
that's
hut
fascinating.
in the mall?
Probably not much.
Where you maybe
whole meeting.
Put out some meetings or public numbers or whatever, and you have bumper stickers for sale.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
We haven't had information. You have one meeting.
What would that cost?
We bang on all of
I'm
this.
sorry, I think.
Find out, let's find a donor to
That's
do
what
it.
everybody's talking about.
What, I mean, it's.
If you just did one kiosk, right, where you got shirts and bumper stickers and swag for sale, cool ones even, like the truth trees and then you're giving out information for free for community employees, for kids.
Yep.
Find out what it would cost and let's find a donor to do it.
I really like that idea a lot.
What's the, it doesn't hurt us to try.
The membership portal thing that we're working on, we're beta testing. See what I'm saying? So like, before we release it, it's like we have the committee.
Good morning, Joe.
Beta testing.
Just put him right in. He's gonna hand back the people he likes. Look at the dogs.
Good morning, sir.
The guy, Jeff Leonard.
Looks so mild.
Right. So he designed everything. So we
You
never
clean up well. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So you got your mojo working?
But I'm not saying.
Hello, how are you? Good. Missed you from
When the camera set up, we didn't specify.
My loyal opposition.
Motion by Alex. Yeah. So, yeah, some process that we have to come up with. There's no, just
We're gonna try to do something. Right around in there.
if that's the case, we're I get a say in it,
That's an hour.
but those people that aren't showing up.
These restaurants.
Basically vote for the person who's hard.
That was my answer.
Usually give them one going out.
Yeah, so. Probably around after that.
You know,
I don't want to get knocked off, but I'd like to.
Yes. Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, how are you?
Yes, I am, and I see what's coming.
One meeting since I lived
Actually, that's, I would say that's probably nice.
Yeah, because we've been doing that, I think.
Sorry, say that again?
Get some cheese, because the LNC buys stuff in bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, do to buy it alone, it's like 20% of time.
Right. I've seen the,
And then that way I will pull it up here and
we're all stuff here.
I think not going to.
Well, in Broward County, they're really good now. Broward LNC stuff is, you know, we're still young, but I can see it moving like.
I saw Joe.
Back of the room? Facing back? Or you can sit here.
How's
I agree,
because we don't necessarily have like a defined thing that we have to produce.
Do I get any of this interesting stuff? You do. Or do I get a special copy?
It's a new experience.
Yes,
Like I said, I would try to use that for that.
I see now why.
Yes.
The thing about the party is it's
I
much
forgot
more
my
country to be.
multi-one.
Football is not to stop people.
A big round of applause.
That is appropriate as of last count, the last time I looked, which was yesterday, so the number's probably already wrong. We had 74 elected Libertarians in 2019, which exceeds the goal of 70 by 4. There are probably more as write-in ballots are tallied in smaller jurisdictions. And I think we should especially thank Kara Schultz and Apollo Pizzell and all of the members of staff who helped make this happen. We put a concerted effort into getting people elected in 2019, and it bore fruit. I believe our total elected Libertarians went up from 100 and something to 200 and something, but I don't know the somethings. Other members of the public or members of the committee who'd like to make a comment? Mr. Nikela.
So I felt it was appropriate, since we're in Florida, to represent the Concord public. We succeeded where others failed. And it's actually a very libertarian movement. We did secede from the Union because of a checkpoint that was put on the 14-mile stretch down to the Keys. So we figured if you're going to treat us like another country, then we're going to become another country. So we declared war on the United States. The battle raged on for minutes as the Concord Public Navy threw stale Cuban bread and vegetables at the Navy cutter. They surrendered, and then we surrendered a minute later. We asked for $1 billion in restitution. We weren't given that, but they were able to lift the roadblock.
Welcome back.
So it's a very libertarian movement of secession. There's a brief history of the Concord Public here, and representing the Florida Keys. So.
Excellent. Now the internet rumors will start that the Libertarian Party is a secessionist party. It's no more ridiculous than any of the other rumors. Other members,
we endorse it.
other members who would like to be recognized, or members of the public? Yes, Mr. Di Benedetto.
Hi, I just wanted to quickly say thank you for my appointment as an alternate to the bylaws committee. I'm really looking forward to that opportunity, so thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Thrasher, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I did want to also thank the LNC for appointing me to the bylaws committee that past meeting. I would like to note that I have committed to not actually introducing anything of my own creation for bylaws discussion, but I would like to put it out to the Libertarian Party membership at large. I will be happy to take to the committee anybody who has bylaws suggestions who was not appointed to that bylaws committee. So I'm happy to act as a conduit to bring things to the bylaws committee for consideration, and I will serve in my capacity to be a facilitator and a mediator to hopefully come up with a pretty good bylaws committee report. But thank you again for the appointment.
Thank you.
And I'd also just like to take a moment to introduce someone who's become a friend of mine and a very new member of the Libertarian Party, new resident of Wyoming, former governor of Rhode Island, former United States Senator Nathan Chafee.
Senator Chafee, thank you for joining us. Is there anything you would like to say to the committee?
It's a pleasure to join you in Miami, and great to be part of a party of peace and prosperity and standing up for constitutional freedoms.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a great
Mr. Starr.
Yeah, we just, if you haven't heard the news already, we submitted 62,000 signatures in Oxnard to qualify 5 measures for the ballot. We need 42,000 to be valid, and we're quite certain that we have that many, actually quite a bit more than that. So we're looking forward to November having 5 very libertarian-oriented initiatives for the voters to consider.
Success, Mr. Starr, what a lot of people don't know is that Mr. Starr has been working diligently to try and make the city of Oxnard better for, I believe, as long as I have known him. Maybe not quite that long, but it's definitely been quite a few years, and continues to go back into the breach.
I've only lived there since 2011. I first ran in 2014, so I'm actually native of Simi Valley.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Starr. Dr. Lark.
Mr. Chairman, of the many distinguished members of the gallery, we have Jim Turney, elected Libertarian, former chairman of this body, and I think we should recognize him.
Mr. Turney, great to see you. Would you like to say anything to the gallery?
Welcome to Florida.
Mr. Turney won't brag on himself, but he is elected as a commissioner in Altamont Springs and was recently re-elected unopposed because his opponents could not find anyone foolish enough to run against him. Any other members of the gallery would like to speak during public comment? Hearing none. The next item on the agenda is the credentials report and paperwork check.
And I had Mr. Fishman check everyone's credentials. So no one gets thrown off for not being professional. Look at what he's doing again. It's crazy. So we need to take attendance.
Okay. Do you want me to just go around?
Yes, because I am having.
Would you like to use a piece of paper? Or
Yeah.
have the report?
I got the report.
Okay. Mr. Merced is not present. Mr. Hagan is here. Mr. Phillips is here. Ms. Mattson is here. Mr. Bishop Henchman is here. Mr. Nikela is here. Mr. Redpath is here. Dr. Lark is here. Ms. Van Horn is here. Mr. Hewitt is here. Mr. O'Donnell is here. Mr. Longstreth is here. Ms. Billiou is here. Mr. Goldstein is here. Ms. Harlos is here. I am mostly here. It is the morning. Of the alternates, Ms. Hogarth is here. Mr. Ford is here. Ms. Adams is here. Ms. Sexton is here. And is that it? I'm getting better at this. Staff present are Mr. Fishman and Mr. Kraus, Mr. Gazelle, and Mr. Burns. I couldn't see him, but I had seen him earlier. All right.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Longstreth?
If I could note, Mr. Smith wrote me a message and said he went to the wrong hotel, and he is here. He was just running a little bit late.
Mr. Smith is on his way. I did hear that he had some flight delays that were out of his control. All right, so that's attendance, that's credentials and paperwork. The next item is the adoption of the agenda, which should be without any real discussion, I'm sure. Mr. Goldstein.
Mr. Chair, it came to my attention this morning while having breakfast with the opposition from Reno, Nevada, that he has an early flight.
Loyal
opposition. Well, we shall see about that. But he has an early flight today.
Oh, that's even worse.
So I would like to move at least the presentation from the Nugget in Reno to immediately following.